Welcome back to my channel, where we share real-life stories that will leave you speechless. Today, I'm sharing a personal story that still shocks me to this day. My wife, the person I trusted most, was living a secret luxury life using my credit cards. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is how she regretted everything when I revealed the truth. As I sat in my dimly lit study, surrounded by the echoes of a once happy marriage, I couldn't help but wonder how it had all fallen apart. The walls, once adorned with the vibrant laughter of our children, now seemed to whisper tales of deceit and betrayal. My name is John, and I was once a man who had it all. A beautiful wife, 2 kids, a thriving business, and a house that was the envy of our neighbors. But beneath the facade of perfection, a storm was brewing. It started with little things. A missing credit card statement, a mysterious phone call, a whispered conversation that abruptly ended when I entered the room. At first, I dismissed it as mere paranoia, but as the incidents piled up, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was amiss. One fateful evening, as I was working late in my study, I stumbled upon a cryptic email on my wife's laptop. The words danced on the screen, taunting me with their secrets. My heart racing, I scrolled through the messages, each one revealing a piece of a puzzle that I couldn't quite decipher. The emails were from a luxury travel company, detailing exotic getaways and opulent accommodations. But it was the names that caught my attention, names of high-end designers, exclusive jewelers, and elite social clubs. A chill ran down my spine as I realized that my wife, Sarah, had been living a life that I knew nothing about. The more I dug, the more I uncovered. Credit card statements revealed a staggering amount of debt, all accumulated through Sarah's lavish spending. Bank records showed a secret account, hidden from me, where she had stashed thousands of dollars. The evidence mounted, and with each new discovery, my world crumbled a little more. I felt like I was living in a dream that was rapidly turning into a nightmare. How could the woman I loved, the mother of my children, betray me so callously? The questions swirled in my head, but the answers eluded me. As the days passed, I became withdrawn, unable to face the reality of my situation. Sarah, sensing my distance, grew increasingly anxious, but I couldn't bring myself to confront her. Not yet. It wasn't until I received a call from a collection agency, threatening to foreclose on our home, that I knew I had to act. I couldn't let my family's future be ruined by Sarah's reckless spending. With a sense of trepidation, I confronted Sarah, the evidence spread out before us like a damning indictment. At first, she denied everything, but as the proof mounted, she broke down, confessing to a secret life that she had been living for years. The revelation was like a punch to the gut, leaving me breathless and reeling. How could I have been so blind? The questions swirled, but this time, I had no choice but to face the answers. As we sat amidst the ruins of our marriage, I realized that I had a choice to make. I could let the betrayal consume me, or I could use it as an opportunity to rebuild, to rediscover the love that had once been the foundation of our relationship. It wouldn't be easy, but I knew that I had to try. For myself, for our children, and for the sake of our marriage, I had to find a way to forgive, to heal, and to move forward. The journey ahead would be long and arduous, but I was ready. I was ready to confront the demons that had haunted our marriage, to rebuild the trust that had been shattered, and to rediscover the love that had once been the cornerstone of our relationship. As I looked at Sarah, tears streaming down her face, I knew that it was time to start anew. Time to unravel the tangled threads of our marriage and weave them into a new tapestry, one that would be stronger, more resilient, and more loving than ever before. The unraveling of our perfect life had been a painful process, but it had also been a liberating one. It had freed us from the shackles of deceit and betrayal, and had given us a second chance to build a marriage that was real, honest, and true. As we embarked on this new journey, I knew that it wouldn't be easy. There would be setbacks and challenges, moments of doubt and fear. But I also knew that we would face them together, as a team, and that together, we could overcome anything. The unraveling of our perfect life had been a difficult and painful process, but it had also been a necessary one. It had forced us to confront the flaws in our marriage, to acknowledge the imperfections, and to work towards creating something new, something better. As I looked at Sarah, I knew that our marriage would never be the same again. But I also knew that it could be better. Stronger. More resilient. We began attending therapy sessions together, working through the underlying issues that had led to Sarah's secret life. It wasn't easy, but with each passing session, we began to rebuild our relationship. We started with small steps. We began having date nights again, just the two of us. We rekindled our love of hiking and started taking weekend trips to the mountains. Slowly but surely, the connection between us began to grow stronger. But even as we made progress, the scars of the past lingered. Trust had been broken, and it would take time to repair. There were still moments of tension, of anger, and resentment. But we faced them head-on, together. One of the hardest things for me to come to terms with was the financial damage that Sarah's secret life had caused. We had accumulated a staggering amount of debt, and it would take years to pay it off. But I knew that I couldn't place all the blame on Sarah. I had been just as complicit, turning a blind eye to the warning signs. Together, we worked out a plan to pay off the debt, to rebuild our financial security. It wouldn't be easy, but we were determined to do it together. As the months passed, our relationship continued to grow stronger. We learned to communicate more effectively, to listen to each other's needs and desires. We learned to forgive, to let go of the past and focus on the present. And slowly but surely, the love that had once been the foundation of our relationship began to rekindle. It wasn't the same as it had been before, it was stronger, deeper, and more resilient. One day, as we sat on the couch, holding hands, and watching the sunset, I turned to Sarah and said, "I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we're fighting for our marriage." Sarah smiled, her eyes shining with tears. "Me too," she said. "Me too." In that moment, I knew that our marriage would survive. It wouldn't be perfect, but it would be real. And that was all that mattered. Epilogue. It's been 5 years since the unraveling of our perfect life. It's been a journey of ups and downs, of twists and turns. But through it all, our love has grown stronger. We've paid off the debt, rebuilt our financial security, and started a new business together. We've traveled the world, explored new hobbies, and deepened our connection. Our marriage isn't perfect, but it's real. It's authentic. And it's ours. As I look back on the journey we've taken, I'm reminded that marriage is a journey, not a destination. It takes work, commitment, and patience. But the rewards are immeasurable. If you're struggling in your marriage, I want you to know that there's hope. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep loving. And most importantly, keep communicating. Our story is a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and redemption. It's a reminder that no matter how broken we may be, we can always be made whole again. And that's the greatest gift of all. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life stories. See you in the next video.